Criticize to compliment, compliment to criticize. This is something I've been wanting to make for a minute now. I had a situation, right? And I'm sitting here, and it was a family affair, and I ain't gonna say no names, obviously. But to give you the background, there was a family member that not necessarily called out another family member, but gave some critiques on this family member in front of the entire family, right? Now, that person did it in a way that I 110% respect that person for. And the way that person did it was that person complimented, then that person criticized. That person was saying this person was the cream of the crop when they met each other. Everyone wanted to be like that person when they met each other. And that person was going on and on and on and on and on about what a light that person was criticizing was. After he eased the tension, that person just began to give the critiques and what that person needed to work on for the betterment of the family. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I really like that. And that's a gem that I kind of just wrote down for myself. I'm like, I gotta make a YouTube video about this. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna criticize someone, if you're gonna give someone some advice, if you're trying to, lack of better words, call somebody out, you always compliment them before and while you're doing it. And the reason why I think that is so important and so valuable is because it forces the other person to listen. People don't take constructive criticism too well. People take it differently. People are very emotional. We're very emotional beings. We're very sensitive. When you're complimenting someone before you're criticizing them, it's like you're making them listen. It also eases tension as well too. That's another thing I noticed too. It's like it butters them up. It really does. It makes them, like, okay, yeah, I did do that. So it makes a trust between the two people. Looking in, you'll probably think there'll be some tension, there'll probably be some animosity behind it, but it was actually the opposite. It was a lot of laughter in the criticism. I gotta tell that person to make this video about that person. I'm speaking in code here. I gotta tell them, because that was just, I've never seen so much laughter in a criticism. It breaks the ice. There it is. It breaks the ice when you compliment someone. Because everyone likes to be complimented. Someone called me handsome the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was definitely ready to receive, what was going on after that. I was definitely ready to listen to that person. Another thing too, humility. For those of y'all know, I had a particular person in my life that I had to deal with every day in the professional world. And they were opposite, that person. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. This person, man, oh my God, like, it was just straight criticism, no compliment, straight criticisms. That person would question your intelligence. That person will also reference themselves as a superior, meaning, well, back in my day, I didn't have this problem. It's ugly, just stank, just stank. That's what it was, just stank. And if you know me, you know exactly who I'm talking about, right? When you're complimenting someone, you criticize them, it's showing like you have some humility about you. Especially when you're complimenting them, but you're also criticizing yourself before you're criticizing them. Meaning, if I'm talking to you and I know I'm about to criticize you, I'm gonna compliment you, and I'm also gonna say how you do things better than me before I criticize you. That shows that I'm human. That shows that I'm not better than you. You and I, we're both flawed. And we all are as humans. And you're probably more receptive to listen. There's no one that you would rather listen to more than someone who is flawed in areas that you've seen flaws in as well. Like I've noticed that like people really come together through adversity, through shared adversities. If I'm going to sit there and build you up before I critique you, that shows that A, I'm trustworthy, and I'm appreciative of you as well too, because I see the good that you do. Also, nothing too, it gains respect. It gains respect. You know someone who I see do this a lot? Stephen A. Smith, man, from ESPN. Stephen A., if you ever watch this, if you ever see this, I don't know if you are. I mean, I don't know. If you ever watch this, dog, then my fraternity brother, I'm shouting you out. Shout out to Stephen A. He does this a lot in the first take. I'm just talking to Brian Windhorst, and Brian Windhorst made a take that he didn't like. He'll probably say something like, that Brian Windhorst, the great he is, the great cerebral mind he is, the great Brian Windhorst. He builds you up before he disagrees with you. But I think the other person on the other end is like, I respect this man. I respect this person. I respect them because they see both sides of me. When someone can see you in total versus just the negative that you do, it builds respect because they're spending the time to judge you fully. I believe when you criticize someone while complimenting them, you're gaining their respect instead of gaining their fear. Wow. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but sometimes I say some pretty wise shit. That was pretty wise. Respect is more valuable than fear, because when you fear something, you tend to want to get rid of it because no one likes feeling fear. But when you respect something, you don't want to get rid of it. You want to see it grow. You want to do everything you can to make it grow. Overall, it just offers a good comparison and contrast, like, this is what you're doing good. This is what you're doing bad. No, that's something that, like, you know what? Like, that's why I don't like people who just boom, boom, tell you what you're doing bad, tell you what you're doing bad, because they don't tell you what you're doing good. They don't tell you what you're doing good. So you can't compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they're doing bad. If you don't tell them what they're doing good, then the bad can end up affecting the good, and now you have too bad instead of too good. That's the video of the day. This is something that's been on my heart. I hope it makes sense for you. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, we all going to criticize people at one point. At some point, we're all going to provide constructive criticism, whether you're in the arts like I am, whether you're in a professional setting, whether you're an entrepreneur, you have employees working for you, whether if you're just like the scenario I described, whether if it's family members. At some point, you're going to criticize. You're going to have to criticize people, but compliment them as well. Make them feel good before you make them feel bad in order to build them up. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not about proving like how smart you are, how much better you are than that person, how much you've been through more than that person. And the point of the matter is to change that person. It's to change whatever behavior that is so they can be better for you and for them. And when you compliment them, when you criticize them, that goal of change becomes way more achievable. So that's all I'm saying. That's all the video is for today. It's pretty quick, but hope that resonated with you. You know what I mean? I know if you're watching this right now, you out there, you killing the game, right? You really are. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a lot of responsibility now, I'm pretty sure you will at one point. And I hope this video will help you out. Alright, subscribe, like, comment. If you disagree, if you agree, I would like to know. Have a good day. I love you. Peace.